The Eurocentric imperialistic looting of the Kemetic legacy refers to the systematic extraction and appropriation of ancient Egypt's cultural, artistic, and intellectual heritage, known as Kemet in its native context, by European powers, particularly during the colonial era. This process unfolded over centuries, driven by a mix of fascination, exploitation, and a desire to assert dominance over the narrative of human civilization. Starting in the late 18th century, Napoleon's 1798 expedition to Egypt marked a pivotal moment. His campaign wasn't just military, it included scholars and artists who documented and often took artifacts, sparking Europe's obsession with Egyptology. The Rosetta Stone, seized by the British from the French in 1801, became a symbol of this looting, now housed in the British Museum rather than its land of origin. This pattern accelerated in the 19th century as European empires, notably Britain and France, colonized Egypt and other parts of Africa, treating Kemet's treasures as spoils of conquest. Tombs were raided, obelisks like the Luxor obelisk were carted off to Paris, and countless artifacts flooded European museums and private collections, often with little regard for their cultural context. This wasn't just physical looting, it was ideological too. Eurocentric scholarship reframed Kemet's achievements, its architecture, science, and philosophy, as precursors to Western civilization, downplaying or outright denying its African roots. The 1820s decipherment of hieroglyphs by Champollion opened Kemet's texts to the world, but the interpretation was filtered through a colonial lens, often portraying ancient Egyptians as somehow separate from broader African cultures. Meanwhile, local Egyptian communities were sidelined, their heritage commodified for European prestige. The scale was staggering. By the early 20th century, tens of thousands of objects, mummies, statues, papyri, had been removed. The British Museum alone holds over 100,000 Egyptian items, and the Louvre's Egyptian wing is a testament to France's haul. This wasn't random theft. It was enabled by imperial power dynamics, with local rulers like Muhammad Ali Pasha sometimes coerced or incentivized to trade away heritage for political favor. Today, the legacy of this looting fuels debates over repatriation. Think of the Nefertiti bust in Berlin or the Elgin Marbles parallel. It's a story of awe-inspiring culture meeting exploitation, where Kemet's grandeur was both celebrated and stripped away, leaving a wound in Africa's historical narrative that's still healing. This has been a Sharri Plaza presentation. Special thanks to model Keisha, a phenomenal woman.